Welcome to the Big Tega Podcast. Here with me today, I have the delectable young lady who is a businesswoman. She is also a mom. Please welcome Tevane.
Thank you, Tega.
Hey Tevane, how you doing?
I am wonderful. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Awesome.
I saw you came with your nice two mugs. They look really good.
Thank you.
So what is there on the mug?
And there's a beverage for me to drink.
Yeah, I like the sticker on the mug. Is there like
Those are like a print,
Oh,
African
okay.
print. They are like a patched up print.
they really look good?
Thank you so much.
Is that your work?
Yes, those are some of my products.
Awesome. So let's go into it. Who is Tevane?
Like you already said, you said she's a young lady. That's correct. She's also a mom, and then a businesswoman, and then a believer. I like to call myself that.
Yes.
That's it.
What's your story?
My
Take it
story.
easy. You can take some sip of tea to calm down.
I'm calm.
Huh? Maybe we should grab this mug right now. I think I want to sit back. Okay. You want to grab yours?
Absolutely.
Happy to.
Thank you.
Yes. Cheers to the Big Tega Podcast.
Cheers. Cheers to Big Tega.
So what's your story?
My story are in segments, but today I'm going to talk more about the business aspect of it.
Okay.
My story as a businesswoman has been very insightful to me as a person. It kind of felt like a beginning of learning or schooling all over again. That's what it has been. And I'd say that it's exciting. Some days are hard. Some days are good. But I'm not giving up. There's no room for that. My inspiration for starting this business is the reason that I'm never going to give up. First, I have passion for what I do, and then I enjoy what I do.
I saw that you have some degrees and all that. So why did you switch to interior decoration?
My journey as a career woman started long ago. First, as a child, I enjoyed knitting and generally just arranging around the house. And growing up in midst of boys, I would just sit down and knit different covers for furniture in our house, in our home. That was where it started from, really. And then I found that as I was growing and as life was going, that passion didn't leave me. If I go to a place, I find myself rearranging this space in my head. Even though I won't touch it, I just would maybe rearrange in my head and I'll just let it go.
What motivates Tevane?
Tevane is motivated by a thought, really. Tevane is motivated by a dream. As a young girl, I started dreaming when I figured that I like to use my hands. I started dreaming of creating things, of just putting things together. And that was what informed my decision to choose the kinds of jobs that I did in my life as a career. That was what took me into real estate, where basically they built the house from ground up, and I was involved as a project manager. So I found that I like to help, other than having to supervise it. I also like to get involved to learn the entire rudiment of building.
So how did you walk away from a day job to creating your own brand?
That bit, I wouldn't say I necessarily walked away. I mean, life happened at some point. Moving from Nigeria to the United States was a new beginning, a new start. I still was working. I continued with my property management job here. And then I moved over to furniture sales with Ashley Home Store. Hello, Ashley. I say that because I miss working at Ashley. Ashley gave me a very fantastic opportunity to visualize all of my dreams, all of the voices in my head, and it gave me the platform to thrive, to work for myself, I would say, because the floors there, the products were there, or still there. It is for you to go in there and work like you're working for yourself. Yeah. So that kind of inspired me to continue to think and water my thoughts regarding my own production, regarding the voices in my head, how it's going to look if I eventually succeed at doing it, because everything is a try. So I really want to just say that Ashley did that magic for me, and a shout out to them.
Okay. How do you juggle parenting and business?
That's a tough one, but I wasn't always juggling it alone, really. My mom was a part of my parenting here in the United States until she passed away 2 years ago. And that's when the juggling really began. Tough, rough, because it affected my work. At some point, my daughter needed me more than I could accommodate my job as well. That's where the job, letting go of the job became paramount for me, because my daughter needed me to heal and to also do school. I juggle it, I would say, by the help of God, because I can't take that away from anything that I do. I do my best and still doing it. It's life.
So how is being a mom to you?
It's the best thing that it's my best accomplishment. That's what I would say. Being a mom has really changed me, and is still changing me. It's a journey.
How do you feel about your best accomplishment?
Proud. That's the word.
Could you say that's one of the proudest things you've ever achieved in life?
Yes, being a mom is
Can you share that with us?
Sure, I can try. My journey to motherhood had its ups and downs. I say it's one of the proudest things I've done, because she stayed amongst many. Being married and trying for a kid, it can be tough, and my heart goes out to those that are still trying, because in my journey I lost 3 pregnancies. So when this came, my precious girl, I knew that I could give her the world. And that really is my motivation, because I mean, the fact that God gave me one to journey life with me, just inspires me and keeps me going daily as a mother. Yeah. That's pretty much.
So what inspirational stories you have to tell people, young women coming up, especially as immigrant woman in America?
I would say first for women, and I'm just gonna be generic about it. First for every individual, wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, I think you can start by being willing to let change be change, and then follow that by learning. Follow that by understanding the culture of where you are, where life has taken you. Try to understand that it's not the same from where you're coming from. Learn things, how things are done, and then find mentors, depending on what you want to do. Find people who are doing better on that. Learn from them, be teachable, be hardworking, and eventually, I believe you'll find the light.
What can you say about the nowadays, let me put it that way, the new age woman with the woman of in those days, so to speak?
The new age woman. The new age woman and the traditional woman.
Exactly.
I like to pride myself as a very traditional woman because I still like certain things done a certain way.
Like what?
I still enjoy being respected. I enjoy being appreciated. I enjoy being given gifts. And that's maybe not very rampant now, but I believe that's how our parents were. When, growing up, I would see my dad buy wrapper for my mom, maybe when she has a child or when our business is doing really well. I'll see my dad gift her with wrapper. That was what I saw my dad doing then. So I still would like to be gifted, pampered, loved, cherished, and all of those good stuff. I would say that new age, this era has really transformed a lot of us, our minds. And speaking for me, I would say that it's not the same from where we came from. Here gives you ample opportunity to be what you want to become. So you have some decisions to make as a lady, as a man, as a human, to get within yourself, to connect with yourself, to understand yourself, and then to decide, because I believe it starts with a decision, to decide what you want to do and what you want to become. And then you start to pave your way towards that until you find the light at what you want to do. So my advice for anybody is to get to know who you are, get to know your why, and get to know what you really love, what you're passionate about. And once you find that, don't stop until you see your dream come to life. Put in the work. Eventually, you would see light.
Thank you.
Mental health is a very key topic in these times that we're in now. Mental health, it has a very significant role to play in thriving, whether as a mom, as a business owner, as a human, as a friend. It has a very huge role to play. I think there's so many things affect our mental health these days, and if you're not intentional about how you want to feel, how you want to navigate life, there's tendencies to lose it somewhere along the line. So many factors affecting it. The internet is there, the society is there, the expectation is there. So many. But
have you had the experience of someone coming to you that they want to end it all?
Yes. How
did that make you feel?
Actually, I've had two experiences here in the United States. at a restaurant, and it happens around the time that I lost my mom. The lady that morning, immediately I got in, I don't know, I just had a weird feeling about her, looking at her face. And my daughter was with me, and I said, that lady, I feel like she's not okay. I just said a prayer for her in my heart. And by the time we were seated to be served, she happened to be sweeping around where we were eating because someone had poured some food on the floor. And then her sweeper broom fell on me. And I had the broom and gave it to her, and I looked in her eyes and I said, are you okay? And she just busted out in tears. So I got to know that my instinct the other time wasn't wrong. So I went to her and I said, is it okay if I talk to you? And she said, yes. So I said, are you okay? And I told her what I felt when I got in. And she told me there that her mom, which was our only helper, just passed away. And she was struggling with work, struggling with her kids. There was no one to help her watch her kids. And she's just tired to a point where she's thinking of just ending it. At that point, it was what I was going through. But I had to put me to the side. And I told her that what were the things our mom used to do for her. And she kind of explained how our mom was very helpful. So I said, why don't you try to be those things to your kids? Just by being those things that your mom was, you're going to feel that she's still here. Yes. That's what my spirit wants me to tell you. And then I took her number and just kept in touch. The last I spoke to her, she's doing well, but there's a struggle. It's very important for us to understand that there's so many struggles going on in the world, and you can't tell just by looking at people's faces. So it's important to be kind.
Yeah. So do you think people are not getting enough support when it comes to mental health? Because sometimes most people don't even know what a person is going through. You think generally people don't have enough support?
Well, I think that's very complicated, and I'll say why I say that. We live in the world where people are afraid to tell others what they're going through. And if you're afraid to be judged, then you don't want to confide in other people. But that's why it's important to get a few people that you can trust. It's very important to remove your fans from your friends. It's important to remove your followers from your friends. And I say this to say that I've been through it. And I'll give this instance. On the internet, I like to be as real as possible because I believe in building a community. So I like to share valuable things I find valuable, my thoughts, and ultimately what exactly I'm going through sometimes to help other people navigate theirs. Sometimes you're judged for doing that. Sometimes you're appreciated for doing that. And it can get to a point where you just get tired of it. You don't know whether to help. You don't know whether to be quiet. You don't know whether to share. You don't know whether to not share. So people will judge you based on what they're going through or what they think that you're sharing or what they think that you're educating them with. It's important to get people that are your friends that you can discuss your downtime with so that they can encourage you, so that they can validate you, so that they can pray with you, and so that they can pull you up when you're down. I think generally we all need that. That's what I've come to realize, that everybody is not for you. Yeah. The whole world is not for you. Mm-hmm. You must separate your friends from your acquaintances and, then talk to your trusted friends.
Yeah, talking about friends, like what do you think a healthy friendship should look like?
Healthy friendship?
Yeah.
I think healthy friendship should be the friendship that you can talk about pretty much anything. Healthy friendship should be the friends that you can cry with when you're hurt, that you can talk it over with, that you can, for lack of a better word, be completely transparent with. Healthy friendship should be able to tell you what you're doing right and what you're not doing right. Mm-hmm. And for me, I pride myself as someone who finds a way to talk to my friends when I find what's not going well or what seemingly is not going well. Mm-hmm. And your reaction to it, will inform my decision if I would do that again. So for me, healthy friendship is friendship where you're transparent, you advise each other, you compliment each other, you validate each other, and you pray for each other. Pretty much. That's what I think healthy friendship is.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Good. So let's come back to your business. Can you share with us your business as it is today? What you are into so that people can, see what you do.
Inspiration from it.
Yeah.
My business, I call it our business because God is a part of the business. And I cannot take this away. I know that the world sometimes don't like it when you mention God, but my story, business-wise, involves God. I was at a place in my life where I needed to choose to be there for my daughter. That's actually what birthed my business. So at that junction, it was, would you leave your job where the money comes from to pay the bills and go for your daughter? Or would you abandon your daughter and continue to foot the bills? So at that point, someone had to buffer, and that was God, because I had to talk to him. This is what the situation is. I know you already know, but I also know that he likes it when you tell him. So that's what I did. And around my ideas, he said to me, your gifts will make room for you. And I started to put my hands on all of my gifts. At the time, I had few clothes from my first business that I started, which was a ready-to-wear business. Those clothes were the clothes that I patched together to create my product that we have now. So the business didn't go well at the first instance with the ready-to-wear. But those clothes from that business that didn't go well created what I have now. So what am I trying to get to? Even though it looks like it's dark, even though it looks like there's no way to go, even though it looks like you're not going to pull through, if you continue to believe in yourself, your ideas, and God, you will find a way. Tevane Interiors and all of the products that we have now and the products that are to come emanated from the first business that didn't work. So if your first thing didn't work, don't give up on it. Think. From thinking, fresh ideas will come that you can then translate into what is going to work. That's what I did. And that's my message to everybody. Don't give up.
What is the future of your company?
The future. As a person who's constantly working on new ideas, I'm going to continue to work on new ideas, new innovations that I can't actually bring to light right now. But I promise you that I will be back to talk about what the future holds for us. Because in my head, It's humongous. But we're gonna keep walking the journey just day by day. And I will definitely be back to fill you all in on where we're going with Tevane Interiors.
But do you have any products in stock right now? You can tell the people about your products.
Yes, we actually have inventory filled right now. The thing I forgot to talk about is that creating this business was outside of the public eye. So it was created in solitude. I must say that. So we definitely have a studio full of products, and we're willing to branch into stores to be carried. Currently, we are in 2 stores, and we're looking to branch off into many more. How we're going to get there, we don't know, but we're going to continue moving at our pace until we get there. So we definitely do have products. We have wall products. We have lamps. We have mugs. We have bathroom curtains, shower curtains. We have floor mats as well, and a host of many more. And everything that we created using African print. You would love it. They're beautiful. They're very, really beautiful. I wish I could show you right now.
If you have it, do you have anyone?
Yes. Here's our wall product. And in here, I can tell you that we have about 20 pieces of print. Not sewn, but it came to life. What do you think about it?
It's a nice frame. Beautiful.
Yeah, so a lot of people have been asking questions. They've been asking for bigger size. They've been asking for silver. All of that is coming. We're working for you, for the public. And please continue to tell us what you want, because that also would help us to make decisions as to what we produce and what we bring for you. My first goal is to make sure that people enjoy my products, that they love it, that they like to use it. So tell me what you want. I'm very open to learning. Thank you very much.
Yeah. If you had 5 minutes to keep the whole world standing, what would you say?
I'd say know yourself. Continue to refine yourself. Continue to learn who you are. Continue to learn what makes you happy. Continue to unlearn the things that makes you sad. Find people who support and genuinely love you. Let go of the things that are not for you. Ask God for direction every time. Don't fall before you call on Him. Call on Him before you walk. And finally, don't ever stop learning. For me, learning is the key. If you fail the first time, find why. And you can only find the why by learning, by sitting with yourself to understand what you didn't do right, or if there's a way that you can do it better. So if you sit down with yourself, you're going to understand why things didn't go well and then re-navigate it. That's my message to the world. You are capable.
Very inspiring.
Thank you.
Very, very inspiring.
Thank you.
As one of those in the world listening to those words for 5 minutes, you kept the world standing with those very inspiring words.
Thank you.
So how can listeners support your business online?
It's simple. We are on social media. We have social media presence right now on almost all the platforms. Tevane Interiors is TEEVANE Interiors, one word, .com. Our website is live. Our Instagram is on. We are on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. So you can reach us anywhere and follow the page. Support the business.
What's the page?
Tevane Interiors.
For all the handles?
For all the handles, Tevane Interiors. Okay, cool. And you will see the red. You can't miss it. It has a red logo to it. Okay. And it's Tevane Interiors.
Okay. It's been a wonderful pleasure, Tevane, talking to you.
Thank you so much, Tega.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
So, viewers, this brings us to the end of this episode with Tevane. Until next time, remain blessed.